Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start recording.
My chair.
I'm going to mute you guys.
Okay.
Hold on, let me find it again.
Get out of my chair.
That's muting me. Okay, walk me through it again, because now
Okay,
I can't.
so when you hit participants,
Okay.
got it?
Yep, got it. Okay. Everybody good? You can still hear me, right? Okay, this is way awkward now. Okay, I left it on so you guys can unmute yourselves if you want. I've started recording, and the chat box is up over here, so go ahead and chat if you have questions, if anything, you want to make a comment, you want to add something to it. I am by no means the know-all be-all of social media. I love what I do my research. I kind of know what works and what doesn't work, but many people know much more than me. So if you found something that works or you've seen something that works, please add it in there. Okay, I just want to make sure that everybody's good, everybody can hear me, it's recording. All right. Okay, I want to start off, and I just want to introduce myself. I'm Jessica Reed, and I'm a social media manager. And what that means is that I do a few different things. So I actually manage social media accounts for clients, for businesses and things like that. I manage a restaurant on College Street Brew House. I manage a few restaurants in town. I manage a few regular brick and mortar stores in town. I manage a few independent sales. We were talking a few minutes ago about doTERRA. I have a doTERRA client. So I do that. The other side of what I do is I teach people how to use social media. My background is I was an office manager, but then I found direct sales, and I started in direct sales, back in 2005, and I did that for 7 years. Absolutely loved it. I moved from Maryland out here to Havasu, knew nobody but family, and completely built my business. I was known as the slumber parties girl around town. Totally built my business. So, and it was all via Facebook. It was all on social media. So that's kind of where I found my passion, was doing the direct sales and seeing. I was telling Andrea, I saw that I could spend a little bit of time on social media, and I was getting catalog requests from people in different states that I didn't even know. I was getting people around town asking for parties. So that's kind of where I started. What we're going to do today is I'm going to try to talk for about an hour, and then we'll get into the Q&As and, okay, tell me more about this, or I've seen this work and not that work kind of stuff. We're going to go over all of the different social medias, the main types of social media networks, not all of them. And then we're going to kind of touch on some basics of social media. So, you should always do this no matter what network you're on. You should always do that no matter what network. Then we're going to go into each network in depth. And then at the end, we'll do some of what not to do on any network. Should be common knowledge, but some of it's not. And then we'll kind of talk about easy ways for you guys to manage this, because the whole point is you guys don't have a marketing budget, at least now, until you get to that 5 diamond stars. Isn't that what it is, Andrea? Star diamonds, yeah. So you guys don't have a marketing budget, so you have to do it on your own. So the last part is going to help you, giving you tips and tricks on kind of how to manage that yourself. Everybody good so far? Yeah, okay. Let's see. Quick overview of the network. Facebook, is everybody on Facebook? Yes. Does everybody have a business-like page, or do you just use it on your personal? Can you type in the chat box? I don't know how this works best. Personal, okay. Just kind of gives me an idea of where you guys are and what you're doing. Facebook has changed a lot in the last year, a lot. Facebook gosh, used to be where you could post on your like page, you know, a page you set up under your personal profile, and it's just the business. Okay. It used to be where you could post that, and if you had 500 fans, 400 people would see it. It's not that anymore. If you have 500 fans and you post something, maybe 20 will see it. If you have in the thousands, then your numbers of people that are going to see it are higher, but it's not very high, especially for what you guys do in the coaching world. Personal page, utilizing your personal page for your business is going to get you way better results. I do suggest, and we'll get into that a little bit more when we talk about personal versus like, but there is a difference, and for you, unfortunately, right now with Facebook, a personal page gets you much further than a like page gets you for this type of business. Twitter is crazy. Twitter, does anybody use Twitter actively? No? Okay. Twitter is instant. It's quick, it's fast, it's more big cities. Like Havasu is not a huge Twitter town unless you're talking about the spring breakers or the summertime on the lake. Then you'll see a lot of like teenagers, I can't wait to get to Havasu, I can't wait to get to Havasu. But other than that, Havasu is not a big Twitter town. Twitter is instantaneous. Twitter, if you do a tweet, it might stay in feeds for 5-10 minutes tops. It's if you're on Twitter and you're committed to Twitter and you're looking for results through Twitter, you've got to be on there often. And it's very, very much conversation. It's not post and read about my day. It's interacting with people. Instagram is one of my personal favorites. So you can probably tell I light up when I start talking about Instagram. Instagram is photos only. Instagram was actually the first mobile app only, like made for mobile social media network. Twitter was actually designed, you would think Twitter, but Twitter was actually designed on the web. It was like web use first. Instagram is, now they do have a website that you can go to on your computer. Can't do very much at all. You can edit your profile and a few other things. Instagram is purely for the mobile phones, which is great because everybody's on their mobile phones all the time. But it is a photo-based application. So just keep that in your mind. LinkedIn is another one. LinkedIn is your online resume. LinkedIn is where you're going to connect with other business owners in the professional community, the massage therapists, I don't know your business in and out, but you know, all of your mentors are probably on LinkedIn. That's where you'll connect with those people. So that's your online resume, and we'll get into that. Google Plus is a waste of time. Honestly, it's a waste of time. But you do need to do it occasionally, especially if you have a website with a blog, because it raises your SEO, your search engine optimization, which means if somebody goes in under Google and types in Beachbody Havasu, if you have that post in Google Plus, it's just going to bring you a little bit higher to the top. Again, it's not a social network. It's not anything that you should log in every single day. It's something that maybe, for example, you know, like College Street, you know, once a week, maybe I'll go in, once every couple of weeks, go in and post the chef specials, or post if they're going to a big beer festival or something, I'll go in and I'll post that. But it's just for search results. That's it. Pinterest is a lot of fun. Pinterest, especially at the beginning, was very addictive. Pinterest can be very good for you guys. Everybody, when they get on, and you know, don't take offense, but when they get on the health kick, they get on the bandwagon, that's where they go, is Pinterest. They want to find shake recipes. They want to find exercise routines. They want to find stretching techniques. They want to find, that's where they go. Especially if they're a woman, not necessarily if they're a man. Some do, but more women use Pinterest. That's the first place they go. So Pinterest is big for you guys. Periscope is the one that we were just talking about a few minutes ago. Periscope is one of the newer apps. It is mobile as well, and it is a video, a live stream video app. So we'll talk about it again in detail, but it's a live stream video app, and you can go in. There's a few people locally in town that are on Periscope. I think River Scene Magazine has broadcast a few times locally. That's about it, I think, locally, that I've found at least so far. But Periscope is very big. You can do, I follow a few social media people. They do little 5-minute blurbs, and you can pick something up. I listen to it usually after I drop my son off at daycare on the way home. I just put it in my car because she's, the girl that I follow is just sitting there, so I don't need to watch her, but I just listen to it. You can find all kinds of stuff on Periscope, and Periscope actually might be pretty good for you guys if you can utilize it and do it right. Periscope, you run the risk of, well, we'll get into it. We'll get into Periscope. Okay, sorry. Okay. Now that's just an overview, quick overview of all of the networks. Are there any networks that you really want to know about that I didn't touch on at all? No? Okay. Let's go over, and we're going to try the screen sharing thing. So let's see. Where's that? Share screen. Okay. Okay, can everybody see the rainbow that my daughter drew for me? Okay. She goes into paint and she makes my background. Okay. So one of the first, hold on, sorry, let me move this. Okay. So one of the first things that I'm going to show you guys that we're going to talk about a little bit are profile pictures and cover images. And I'm sure you guys know what those are. I'm just going to take you to my Facebook. Can you guys see the screen of you guys on my screen? Or do you just see my screen? Okay. Sorry, this is all new to me. Okay, where's the little chat window? I don't know. Okay, I can't find the chat window. So I'm going to go to my page to show you. When you have a like page for Facebook, when you have your Instagram account, your Twitter account, all of your different accounts, you usually have to have some kind of a a profile picture. Me, for my business, because I'm not just representing myself, I have other people, I use my logo. But, let's see, let me go, I found a bunch of examples. Let's go to Mr. Michael Ryan. Anybody know Michael Ryan? Yeah, okay. So if you look at his, you can see his profile picture right here. It's warm, it's inviting, it's happy. It's not him working out, intimidating, lifting, it's not that kind of a profile picture. And because in the social media world, you're going to get people from very overweight wanting to improve their lives and totally intimidated by the whole thing, to people that are big and buff and work out all the time and love it. And you need a good happy medium because it's the first thing they see. And if you decide that you just want to be a coach to those people that are big and buff, and then totally go for that. But if you want to reach anybody and everybody, which I'm guessing if you want to be the 5-star diamond, that's what you got to do. You got to reach everybody and anybody. You want to make sure you're approachable. So that's going to be one of the biggest things. And he's very good with that. There was another example. Here's another good example. It's friendly. It's kind of silly. It's a little silly, but it's friendly. It's not overbearing. It's not intimidating. I also found a bad example, so hold on. Okay, sorry, I hope you don't know her, but the cover photo is fine. Can you see my mouse as well? Okay, the cover photo is fine. This is as intimidating as can be for somebody that's overweight and just starting out. And again, it depends on your marketing. It depends on what you're looking for. But if you want to get anybody and everybody, I don't recommend something like this. So that's one of the things with the cover photo. And the other thing that I recommend is whatever photo you choose for right here, you choose for all of your networks. My personal Facebook like page is my logo. But if you look at my LinkedIn or my personal Pinterest or any of my personal accounts, besides my Facebook, it's my headshot. And if you look at anything that's a business account, it's my cube. Because you want them to see that picture and you want them to recognize that, hey, that's them. I didn't find the wrong one, that is her. So, you know, if this is the image that Michael is using, because this is what he's using this for, is to get, I mean, obviously he's being followed by almost 5,000 people. He's using this for business purposes as well. You know, he's pretty inspirational. He's going to want people to be able to find him easily on other networks. Your cover photo can be pretty much anything. Andrea and I talked about, you know, they want you to do focus on your 5 main goals, your 5 things. There's 2 sites that I want you to write down: Canva and PicMonkey. So I'm going to pull them up just real quick. This is Canva, canva.com, C-A-N-V-A. You can design a Facebook cover. You can design a Facebook post. Design an Instagram post. It's all of the different Facebook apps. Lots of different, they're already ideal images. So Canva is very, very good free tool. Another one is PicMonkey, PICmonkey.com. Again, free. And in here, you can, same thing, you can make a collage. Oh, I don't want to pull up pictures. You can make a collage that's exactly sized for your Facebook cover. You can edit images. This is where I edit a lot of my images. I'll just show you an example real quick. Okay, so this is back when I did summer parties. But so I just edited this image inside. You can add arrows, you can add text, you tell people what to do.
Hey, Jessica?
Yeah.
Just real quick, can you see the chat screen?
No, I can't find it.
Okay, I don't know if maybe it's just down in a corner or anything. Andrea had a question. What's the difference between Canva? Oh, between Canva and Canvas? Is that your question, Andrea? Or yeah, is it Canva? C-A-N-V-A?
C-A-N-V-A.
Okay,
Oh, there it is. I found it. Okay, I'm so sorry, you guys.
that's okay.
Okay, C-A-N-V-A. I don't know. Canvas. Is it a website? Cool. Is it just canvas.com? Oh, it's an app. I don't know. I'll look it up. It's probably the same type of thing. There's a screen. There's okay. I have it done there. There's all kinds of apps, and that was the other thing. It's just your preference on which one you like. On my phone, I use ABM. It's a Beautiful Mess is the app that I use, and I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if you can see that. That's what I use. There's a million of them out there. So you just find the one that works for you. But on the actual computer, I like Canva. Canva's not, there's not an app. And then PicMonkey. There's an app on your iPad, I think, but the phone app is not very good. So you can create those personal covers. Just make sure that you use something that's that fits the right size, that it's not blurry. There we go. Make sure it's not blurry, because that looks unprofessional. It looks like you didn't take the time to do it. And that's your first impression. First impressions are a lot in business, and especially for social media. I mean, they're on that social media site. They either like you or they don't. Okay. Hashtags. Let's go into hashtags. Let me close this. Stop the screen share for a minute. Hashtags. Does anybody use hashtags often? A little bit. No, Robert. I mean, Richard. No. Okay. Hashtags are essentially just a search engine tool. They were originally created on Twitter, and it was just some random guy that wanted to be able to find, because Twitter is so fast-paced, he wanted to be able to find the things that he was looking for. And it didn't hit big. I don't remember what the event was, but an event hit, and everybody started doing the hashtag. I'll have to figure out what the event was. And but that's essentially all it is. It's essentially a search engine tool. So Facebook, it's not huge. You can search for hashtags. Typically, it only pulls up the people that you're friends with that have used that hashtag. We'll go back into the screen sharing and I'll show you. So Facebook hashtags are not huge. If you use a hashtag on Facebook, I would do it as a comedic kind of fit tool, not necessarily for the search engine purposes. Sorry, it's pulling up my internet. So let's go into Instagram, and I'll show you hashtags. And the reason we're talking about hashtags now is because it's in all of the networks, so it'll just be easier to tell you now. Okay, so Instagram. This is the online version of it. This is not what it necessarily looks like on your phone, but to show you the hashtags, you can do hashtag Beachbody. Oh, geez, Beachbody. Probably not the result I was looking for. Okay, so over 3 million people have hashtagged Beachbody. Some of them are for Beachbody, the actual, like, your business, and some of them not. Or you can do something, let's see, we'll do Havasu. Be careful hashtagging Havasu or Lake Havasu during a holiday weekend. So you can hashtag Lake Havasu, and these are all people that have put in their posts, and we'll go over that in Lake Havasu. A lot of businesses use Lake Havasu, like this one. So that's, see, again, be careful with Lake Havasu. But so it's a search engine tool. When you use hashtags, and we're gonna, does somebody have a hashtag that they've used often that's a little bit more close to? Yes. Yeah, okay.
Sorry, Jessica.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you saw it.
Thank you. Okay, so that's exactly, she's exactly right. Charlene is exactly right. With hashtags, what you want to do is, and I'll tell you about how many they recommend for each network, but you want to do a couple very popular ones, like Beachbody Coach, Beachbody, things like that. So you want to do one, maybe two really popular ones, and then you want to do 2 or 3 more narrowed down ones. So FitFam is obviously still very, very popular. So for College Street, and again, just for an example, we had a contest and we created their own unique hashtag. So do you see it's only 48? The reason you want to do, okay, so you want to do one that's very broad. You want to do one that's Beachbody Coach, because more people are apt to search for that. So you're going to have 100 people a day search for Beachbody Coach. You're only going to be up there for maybe 10 minutes, though, in their first couple of sections. So you want to make sure that you also do something, no, not for Facebook. Facebook, don't even hashtag. But you also want to do something that's more unique, that's more you, that's more your specific niche, because less people, maybe 3 people, are going to search that day, but all 3 of those people are going to see your post. Does that make sense? You're getting both sides of the equation. You're getting the people that are searching the big one because there's more people, so but you're also getting your, does that make sense? Okay. So you need to come up with hashtags that are more you. So your team is, where is my note on you? What is your team name again? Team Elevate, is that right? Team Shockwave.
Yeah, sorry. I was writing down like, oh no, that's just me. No, our team is Team Shockwave.
Team Shockwave. So you would do hashtag Team Shockwave. And the more people that learn about you guys, oh wow. The more people that learn about you guys, the more people are likely to look up Team Shockwave. Maybe you want it to be Beachbody Team Shockwave. See, there's no results, so that would be only you guys. So that's kind of what you want to do. You want to have one that's specific to you, and then you want to have a few. I suggest making a list. I have for each of my clients, I have like 3 pages of hashtags that we use. And I'm just going to stick with College Street because I've been on that one the whole time. But there's You of Brew, which is just for them. And then there's the Havasu, the Lake Havasu. And then there's craft beer, which there's millions of hashtags that just say craft beer. And then there's Beer Me and Thirsty Thursday. And so make a running list. I really, really suggest to make a running list. And that way you don't have to try to be creative every time you sit down to your computer. You can just flip to your notebook and you can pull out, 2 big hashtags and then 2 of your lower end hashtags. And do a hashtag contest if, get your people involved. And then you see how, did you guys see how you can tell if it's popular, if it's a popular hashtag? You just type it in. So when you're on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, you just type it in and it shows you how many people have used it. Okay, anybody have any other questions on hashtags? Yeah, okay. If so, we can ask later. Let's talk a little bit about Facebook. For you guys, you're selling yourselves, correct? You're selling, yes, you have a product, but you're selling the service and your coaching service and your energy and your vibe, right? Is that kind of correct? Okay. I suggest using your personal page. Okay. I suggest using your personal page. I think that you should create a like page for your team. So Team Shockwave would have a like page. Oh, there's more people on there. Sorry. So Team Shockwave would have a like page. And then, Andrea, say your team grew tremendously, then your team would have a like page. And the reason that you want to do that is because some people, especially if they're timid, especially like I said, we're hitting the whole spectrum. especially if they're just starting off, you want them to feel comfortable. They might not necessarily feel comfortable contacting you personally, but they'll feel comfortable contacting the page. Or, interacting with the page because it's not an actual person that can reject them. I don't know if that makes sense, but there's a whole psychological thing on it. But I don't suggest you do it for each and every one of you. I would do a team page, maybe make 3 or 4 people admin that you know are pretty good and fluent and often on Facebook. And post tips and tricks and, things that people are going to want to see. You're not going to get a ton of interaction, but if you change one person's life on it, it's kind of worth it. So I would definitely do that. It also gives you something to link back to. It gives you something if you start sending out newsletters, if you have a blog, if you have a website, it's better to link back to your life page than necessarily your personal page. But I would utilize your personal page. And I've kind of been, creeping on a few of you on your pages and stuff. So I'm sorry about that. But you guys do a really good job. You do a really good job with staying positive and that kind of stuff. I'm going to just go through and show you some examples of some things that I found. Sorry, it closed. Okay, like I said, I was creeping. So here's some good examples. Okay, so here's this woman that does obviously Beachbody coach, but she showed herself all dolled up, and she was real about it. That's one of your main, write that down. Be real. No matter what, you have to show the real side of you, because people do get dolled up and feel good and feel pretty, and people do stay in their workout clothes almost all the time. So you know what I mean? It's a real thing. So be real. Let's see. Here's another one. Just an example. This one was huge when I came across this one. And again, it goes back to you have every spectrum of people that are looking for your services and your help. Can you guys read the text that's on there? Okay. It's real. It's not lecturing people. It's showing that she had the strength. It's encouraging people. And that's your goal as a coach, I'm sure, from what I took with our conversation. That's your goal. And just little things like this. Oh, I drove by small cakes, or oh, I saw small cakes on Facebook. Wow, something basic like that. It's real, it's personal, and people can relate. Show you some more examples. Here's you. But this was a really, really great example. You want to make sure that you show that you're part of your community. People do business with people they like, which is part of the reason that you need to be real. And people do business with people that give back. I don't know how many of you know, I don't know how many of you know Alana Cole, the insurance agent, but let me pull her page up real quick. Every month, she takes $100, and instead of putting it in advertising, she gives back to the community. This was her 1-year anniversary, so she did $300. But sorry, I should have screenshotted these. Okay. See, every month she gives back to a local organization. She's freaking genius about her marketing with it. So right here, okay, for example, in July, she gave $100 back to a family that needed help with school supplies. She hardly ever posts on her page, but she does this one. She used to sponsor it. I don't even think she has to boost her posts anymore. 18 people shared it. 48 people liked it. A ton of people commented on it. She's giving back to the community. If I had to go look for somebody with insurance right now, I would go to her. So think about what you're doing. And Andrea's post was spot on with just a little basic thing. It wasn't all about her, but it was about her and her involvement in the community. Anything that you do like this is great to post. Nice hashtag. Let's see, let's find a couple more examples. This again, these are things that you can do on your own Facebook page that are not, it's not the constant picture of the shake bottle. It's not the constant picture of the working out. It's the getting to know the personal side of that person. You know, the shake bottles are fantastic, but that's easy. You guys got that. You know, the working out photos or the little videos, or that's easy stuff. You guys have that. Here's a couple other things. They're really great to do. See, I told you, Andrea, I was talking all the names that you gave me. Here's another great thing to do after a busy week. It's a question. It's a question posed to your followers. And people, even if they don't work out, like if I was scrolling through my newsfeed and saw Angela or Andrea post this, I would probably reply, you know, this is how I rejuvenate. Or, you know, oh my gosh, I laid down and read a book for 2 hours and it was amazing. It doesn't have to be fitness related, but you are making it fitness related. Does that make sense? These are just really great ways to get your fans involved. So yeah, so it's just really, really great things to get your fans involved. Are you talking about Alana, Angela? So yeah, so ask them questions, but tell them your answer. Don't just ask a random question. If she would have posted this, even with the video, but didn't do her own answer, it might not have hit as well because it's more salesy than personal. So that's kind of the key in when you post a question like this, adding your own answer. Here's another fitness question. Everybody loves Family Feud. Everybody knows Family Feud. See, she didn't say. She said rest day. What's yours? What's your excuse? She got a lot of comments on it, though. People like to give their opinion. Let's see. Angela, here's yours. Let's creep in on yours. Here's a little bit about the business side of what you're doing. I mean, you guys want people to sign up to be coaches under you, correct? So show them a little bit about the business side. Show them, you know, this post that Angela did was great. It was simple. It was basic. It hit home to everybody that likes that do-it-yourself kind of stuff. You have to remember that you saw the first guy that we looked at. He had almost 5,000 followers. Almost 5,000 people see his stuff every day. You're hitting all kinds of people. This is going to touch all of the people that are do-it-yourselfers. They're going to see it. They're going to like it. They're going to comment on it. Oh, business, I didn't know you were in business. What are you in business for? It just opens a lot of doors. Let's see. Here's another good one. And she was, it's a personal one. Because again, you're using your personal page, so you want to involve your spouse, you want to involve your family, your children. You want to be real, and this is real. And it got 51 likes. I would have put a shirt on my kid before I took the picture, but you want to be careful with that because especially if you start to get a lot of followers, people can get, they can report it and things like that. People are funny. So you want to be careful with that. But it just shows that they're real. So let's go on to, so that's kind of the difference between the personal page and the like page. You don't want to just do pictures of your shake. You don't want to just do pictures of you working out. You want to be real. We're going to talk later about scheduling things. You want to make sure you schedule because you want to make sure that you don't do a bunch of the same thing all at the same time. You want to kind of spread it out and do different things. Twitter is tough. This is just an example of a Twitter. So bad. And I just searched Beachbody, and I hope you guys don't know her. I don't know. But, you know, this is her business. And first of all, it's a super blurry picture. It's just her butt. She has a glass of wine. Again, first impressions. And my first impression of her is not, hey, I'm here to help you. I'm here to support you. You just have to try to keep that in mind. But let me close that. And let me go to Twitter. Is anybody actually on Twitter right now?
Jessica, do you mean as like that we have Twitter, or that we actually are on Twitter currently?
That you use Twitter. How about that? Does anybody actively use Twitter?
No.
Okay. Like I said, Twitter's hard. Twitter, though, you should have a presence because it does help with all of your search engine stuff. So go out and create the profile. I do not recommend linking from Facebook to Twitter. Okay, you use your Facebook profile for everything. Oh, Kelly, okay, you use it? What's your, type your Twitter handle, Kelly, and I'll make sure that I check you out, connect with you. Twitter is super fast, super duper fast. You don't want to link your Facebook to your Twitter, and I'll show you why. Okay. So looking at River Scene Magazine, just for an example, if you look at their tweets, these are their tweets right here, and the phone app looks completely different. What you see after it, this Facebook.me, means that it's coming, this is coming from Facebook. This is coming from Facebook. This is coming from Facebook. So that tells an actual Twitter user, somebody that's actually on Twitter all the time, that River Scene Magazine is not actively on Twitter. Does that make sense? It shows that they have their Twitter linked. It also doesn't do a whole lot for search engine because it's the first couple of words of your post, and that's all. You'll see that very few people comment, very few people favorite it, they won't retweet it, they won't waste their time with it. Because why? Why waste your time? They know that you're not actually there. They know that you're auto-posting from Facebook. So it does take extra time to go into Twitter and to post, but you will see a difference. If they had done these 1,600 tweets, live tweets, oh, okay, Kelly. If they had done these live tweets, their favorite numbers would probably be through the roof. Their followers would probably be 4 times this. But it takes time. It takes time, and like we talked about earlier, you don't need, hi Jason. You don't need to be active on every single media. But if you are active on Twitter, don't auto post. It is a total time suck. Tweets are only live for a little bit. They're not live for very long. The best thing that you can do if you want to invest maybe 10 minutes a day on Twitter is to go in and to find other people and favorite their stuff. And again, it's a whole hashtag thing. So going back to the College Street thing, if we did big, I think I would be able to type big blue van. So, I mean, I'm obviously not going to comment because I'm in my social media, but you can see, you know, people mention Big Blue Van. These are the people that you interact with, and then they're going to interact with you back. So you don't have to be tweeting all day long. You don't have to be, you know, if you want to be a little bit active on Twitter, set aside 10 minutes a day, go in, do 1 tweet, and then go in and search your, like, Havasu, your Beachbody coaching, your, what's one of your fitness programs, search that hashtag, anything that kind of links to your business. I don't know, 21 Day Fix, is that one of them? You would go in and here, let's look at it. Let's see if they have it. So again, set aside 10 minutes. Go in, do one post, go in, search 3 hashtags. You want to go to live, and phone app is different. But see, you would just, like, how cute is that? Super cute. So you would go in and you would favorite that and just interact with people in that way. So that's Twitter. Instagram. Instagram is my favorite. Instagram is pictures only, or based on pictures. Isn't it mostly coaches though? You just have to look through them. You have to really look through what people are posting. I get that a lot with essential oils. My essential oils client, it's really hard to find people that are just actually using essential oils and not people trying to sell essential oils. So you have to kind of, as you start doing it, you'll see, okay, who's selling and who's actually asking a question about essential oils. Or even the people, especially coaches, even the people that are like, oh my God, I just got my first kit. Give them a like, give them a favorite, star them. It just shows that you're there to support, but you're not going to necessarily get any money off of them. But yeah, so you just kind of have to keep an eye for that. And you'll learn the hashtags that the regular users are using and that the coaches are using. So here's Instagram. And Instagram, I'm sorry, I can't show you great because it's totally different on your phone than it is on here. But same thing with Instagram. You want to be a combination of personal and professional. You want to be real. People do business with people they like. That's just the way it works. You do business with people you click with people you have things in common with. This is your opportunity. A lot more people are going to Instagram because it is mostly pictures. So if you look, this is my feed. But it's, okay, so, the first one is business, and it's, personal stuff. This is my PTA stuff. It shows about my community stuff. This one was supporting a friend. This one's business. So, you want to mix it up. You want to do, business, personal. You just want to mix it up. Some weeks you're going to have more business. Some weeks you're going to have more personal. It doesn't have to be a steadfast rule, but mix it up. Give shout outs to other people on Instagram. That's going to be big for you for getting additional. Open. Okay. So this is my girlfriend. She just started doing the Jamberry nails. So I took a picture and I tagged her in it. Again, it's just that building your community and supporting others. Other businesses in town, if you go to another business in town, or you go get frozen yogurt with your kids or something like that, you can take a picture. If you have, I think I have one, gosh, I don't know where it's at. I had a meeting at Chabone's, and I think that's where it was. And I took a picture of the business card, and like here, I was at Octane meeting a client for a glass of wine. I took a picture and I tagged Octane in it. It just gets you out there a little bit more, because in those businesses, if they're active, they're going to see that you tagged them. They're going to recognize you. They'll probably like you back. Okay, so let me go to, okay, so when you do a post, you put the picture, you do a little blurb about what it is, and then that's where you do your hashtags. For Instagram, 3 to 10 max. When you go through, and I'll find some examples and send to Andrea to send out to you guys. There's some examples of people will do 3 paragraphs of text and then 50 hashtags. That's just stupid. Like, people are going to unfollow you, and that's not your goal. Your goal is to get followers, to get people interested, to get people to follow you and want to be with you, want to be connected to you. Don't do that. They're not on Instagram for an article. They're on Instagram for a little short blurb and a picture. So you do your blurb, and then you do your hashtags. It goes back to the same rule. Do a couple popular ones, do a couple not so popular ones. You can do a funny one. Okay, so this one, you know, first world problems. I mean, you can use pretty much anything that you want for hashtags, and you'll get to know as you start using them, you know, what are good hashtags to use. And then when people are searching, that's how they'll find you, is when they're searching. So I might want to go to the Red Onion for Bloody Marys. You know, I don't know, but I want to see how they are. Here I can't tell. You'll do a search and you'll find them. So people will search for you. So that's okay. So you do your picture, you do your hashtags. The next thing that you want to do on Instagram is to get followers. You need to get out there and you need to interact with people. People are not necessarily going to come knocking on your door. Yes, you can, Andrea. Yes, absolutely. You can change the email that it goes to. You can change your username. You can change your profile information, all of it. Yeah. You want to go out and interact. So you want, again, your list, you know, that should be your homework this weekend, is to sit down and make a list of hashtags. You know, what are 20 popular ones? What are 20 medium, you know, in the medium range? And then what are 20 really low hashtags? So that should be your homework to do. So on Instagram, you want to go in and you want to search. So big blue van. Come on. Well, it's not searching. I'm not sure. So the next thing that you want to do on Instagram is you want to interact with people. So you will put in hashtags for things that you know have to do with you. So again, Lake Havasu City is a really great one. Type in Lake Havasu City, and people do gorgeous pictures of the sunsets all the time. They do gorgeous pictures of the bridge, things like that. Go in and like 3 of those pictures and make a comment and say, gosh, what a beautiful shot. That's it. And then go out. Don't scroll back through somebody's profile and stalk them, because that's just weird. But, you know, type in your hashtag. So I typed in my hashtag of Big Blue Van, or let's do Lake Havasu. Okay, I'll show you. I'll do one right now, Chris. Okay, so I typed in Lake Havasu, and I'm going to find a picture. And I do this daily for my clients. So here's a picture that looks like it's a, okay. So I'm not going to follow them, but I'm going to go down here. I'm sorry, I have to move all this stuff. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to like their picture, and then I'm going to add a comment. And you can say, free picture. That's it. That's all you have to do. You can go in, so for, let's see, let's keep looking. He would get leery when I'm looking at Havasu. You know, if maybe you've been to this place, maybe you've been to this automotive, go ahead and like the photo and say, oh, you know, I got great service here 2 years ago. You just don't see, sorry. You just don't want to go back too far. Okay, so here's one. Here's one. This is actually Laughlin. They tagged Havasu. So you can favorite, and you can say, couldn't agree more. Ah. Easy. What they're going to do is they're going to get notification that I liked their photo and that I commented on their photo, and chances are they're obviously active because I just posted, so chances are they're going to come back and they're going to say, you know, thank you so much, or whatever the case might be. And so that's how you're then that, yes. Yep. So a lot of times they'll follow you, they'll start following you, and then start interacting with you. If people interact on your posts, let me go back. If people interact on your posts, so this is one that I did the other day. That's obviously a girlfriend, very nice of her. But if somebody would have it said something, gosh, I'm trying to think of one that my logo, okay. So the logo that we just did, and so this guy just made a comment. So then I would go in to interact with him some more, and I would say, thank you so much. Do the @ symbol and start typing his name. Like that. And okay, so how do you take it to a relationship? So that's going to go back in his newsfeed, and that's going to tell him that, hey, she commented and she thanked you so much. So then he's going to start following me, and then I'll be following him. And then that's when you just interact more and more. And especially for your business, people are looking for inspiration. They're looking for those quotes. They're looking for that kind of thing. So they're going to come back and they're going to be like, oh, thank you so much. I really needed that today. Or, and then occasionally what you'll do is to get them to your other locations is you'll do something like this. You'll do a post like this, and just in Canva or whatever, you'll randomly do a post like this, and then people will sign up for your newsletter. She had 8 people sign up from this post. So you'll do things like this. You'll say, hey, follow me over on Facebook. Or you can say, hey, do you have questions? Do you have fitness questions? Once you get following, what fitness questions do you have? Things like that. And that's where you start building that relationship. That's where they start to trust you, that you're helping them out, that you know what you're talking about. For Instagram, these motivational quotes are going to be really good for you guys. Again, make sure that you keep an eye that it's not shake, 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 or workout, 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 workout. Make sure that it's a combination. LinkedIn is your online resume. I'm going to give you an example of LinkedIn. Mr. Michael Ryan has a really good LinkedIn profile. If you look at his profile, he has it filled out. He has his summary filled out. He has his experience filled out. He has his past experience filled out. The purpose of LinkedIn, like I said earlier, online resume. You want people to be able to know what you're doing. You want all of your business contacts in Havasu or anywhere in the world to know that you're a Beachbody coach, that this is what you're doing, or you're motivating, or, no, like one for your education and one for your, no, Andrea, it all goes in the same thing. If you look at Michael Ryan's, you can see right here in his experience, that's why it's a resume, it's going to show all of what you've done. And then you can see he's a broker. He used to be a broker. He used to be a principal. He was a VP. He was a realtor. It shows you what they've done. It shows you what they've accomplished. So note you have it all listed in the same place. With LinkedIn, fill in as much as possible, as many keywords as possible. You can do, and I'm sure he probably has all of his awards and everything. You can put in your skills, and then people can endorse you. So people can say that he's badass in sales. He's got 96 people that have endorsed him. Okay. I'll get to that in just a second. So what you would need to do to, okay, so it's real, this is why it's super important to fill out LinkedIn. Here's another example real quick of somebody. I don't know who he is, but he has a little bit of stuff filled out right here, but this is it. There's no description. There's no information. It doesn't tell anyone anything. So if you had to pick one of the two to be your coach to do business with, who would you pick? The one that took the time to fill everything out. Remember, social media is just your first impression. So make it a good one. You want to make your LinkedIn page. You want to add all of your information on there. What I do is daily, I go in. I have a little check daily folder. I go in daily to LinkedIn, and I'll go ahead and go to mine so I can kind of walk you through it. I go in daily and I connect with 6 people. So over here on the right, it tells you ways to keep in touch. I don't recommend liking or commenting when people have work anniversaries, because a lot of times it's an old career that they just have not gone into LinkedIn and updated it. So I always skip the work anniversaries. I always skip the work anniversaries, unless you know them personally and you know they're still there. Like Jenny Koch had a work anniversary a couple of days ago, and I congratulated her on that because I know she's still at the chamber. But these people, who knows? Let's skip those. So you have to go through all of those every time. Now these are people that you may know. These are people that you can extend invitations to connect. So all you have to do is click the connect button. That's the easy peasy way to do it. You can also click on their name. You can send LinkedIn mail. You can click connect, and it asks you how you know this person, and then it asks you to add a personal note. You can absolutely do that if you want. You don't have to. Yes, it's recommended, but if you're just trying to build your LinkedIn, chances are you're going to know a lot of people that they'll see your name and they'll know who you are. So go through there and connect with 6 people a day. Maybe 1 a day will return it and connect with you. But if you do that daily, that's amazing. I mean, that's going to get you up there quickly. The other thing that you can do is click on somebody that you know. So, you know, if you were trying to look for people connections in Havasu, you would go into, Jenny Koch. She knows a lot of people in Havasu. So you would click on her profile, you would look at her people, and you can connect with some of her people. The one who hired someone to fill everything out. Oh, Jenny. Oh, Mike, yeah, exactly. Yep. Absolutely, go to him. What else? Oh, okay, so one more thing about LinkedIn. And so I recommend it takes 10 minutes. Go in every day and connect with 6 more people. Here's sharing an update. When you share an update, all it does is it puts it down here in this newsfeed. That's fine to do if you want to. Not many people, honestly, not many people go through the LinkedIn newsfeed and read all of the posts in the LinkedIn newsfeed. But the way that you get to people's attention is you do a post. If you look right here, I'm clicking on my notifications. They did a post. Let me find it. Sorry. Okay, so Robert did a post. She did a post. So when you do a post, it actually goes to everybody that you're connected with newsfeed. So like me personally, I'm connected to over 500 people. When I do a post, it goes to all those 500 people, to their notification. To do a post, you just click over here. So I would recommend doing a post. See, I don't do them often. Like, you can add an image. If you're going to do a post, you want to do something that's very broad. You want to do something that if you have 100 followers, you're likely to get 10 people interested in it. Does that make sense? You want to do something, stretching tips or this new product, or you want to do something. Don't be super salesy. And like you can see, I did work from home tips. I didn't do, buy my social media package. You want to do things that people are interested, that they're going to click on, that they're going to read. And you don't want to do it more than once a week, because then people are going to get notifications from you all the time, and they're going to unconnect with you. And that's not the goal. Actually, it's not a bad thing. You know, what's her name? What is that girl's name? Charlene. You know, you guys follow her and you guys look at her for inspiration. I wouldn't connect with a ton of lower level coaches, but the big dogs out there, I would absolutely try to connect with. And that's actually one of my notes as well, is you want to interact with those people. Those are the people that you want to be like. Those are the people that you want to get to where they're at. You know, you're not just doing this because you're bored. You actually want to make a difference and you want to do that kind of stuff. So I would absolutely connect with those people. You know, again, I wouldn't connect with every single person that has Beachbody in any of their information. But if they're a higher up person, if you can tell that they're active on that network, if they're active on it, they're probably doing something good. It doesn't hurt to follow them and interact and watch what they're doing. Absolutely. LinkedIn, definitely start with like your local community, people that you've done, you know, people that work at the same places you used to work or went to school the same places you went to school. Go that route because they know you, so they're more likely to just see your name and follow you back. Periscope. Periscope is an online app and it's a video app. I recommend downloading it and just checking it out. It might be for you, it might not be for you. There's a lot of people. It would probably be very good for your, you know, your 30-day groups. You know, hey, get on Periscope, check out my Motivational Monday feel, or, you know, whatever. I just posted a couple of tips on how to stretch, or, yeah, sorry, I don't know your business in and out, but, you know, here's the business side of the Beachbody. You know, take a look inside the beach, you know, the inside office work, or the personal side, or I just read this awesome book here, you know, let me give you a quick review on it. You can do, it's really, really popular right now. If you're comfortable being in front of a camera, and sit down this weekend and make a list of 10 things that you can do a quick little video on. Try it out, see if you like it, see if it's for you. It's very, very big right now though, very big right now. One of the things when you do a Periscope, tell the people how to use it. You want people giving you hearts. They tap the screen to give a heart. You show up more. If you have, the more hearts you have, you show up better. You want people to follow you. You want people to follow you other places, because Periscope, they have to actually get on. They have to actually search for you. Periscope videos are only live for 24 hours. So it can kind of feel like a waste of time because it's not out there forever. But if you get a good following, it's totally worth it. Maybe that's what that stay-at-home mom needs, is that little quick video of you telling them that they can do it that day. So I said, oh, like 19 times. So Periscope, go in, make a list of 10 quick things that you can easily shoot out a video about. It doesn't have to be a long video. 3 minutes is fine. Tell your viewers to click your hearts if they like what you're doing, or if they agree with what you're doing. Is that your Periscope? Okay. Also, tell them to connect with you on other places. You know, be like, hey, you know, I'm at Chris Webb everywhere I am, so search for me. You know, hit me up wherever you are. So that's the other thing with Periscope, is make sure you let them know to connect with you, because it's just you. So I don't like tonight. Let's see. Pinterest. Pinterest is another big one. Before I get into Pinterest, Pinterest is pretty self-explanatory, but I will get into it. I want to do a little bit about what not to do. And I know I've already talked for an hour, so I'm sorry. Let me go back and show you a couple of examples of things not to do. I know it sounds like common sense, but it's not always. And I can't do two things at once. You don't want to auto post. There's a lot of apps out there that let you auto post. It's not in your best interest until you have a good following. You need to be actually there every single day. You need to know what's working, what's not working. You need to, if you auto post, you could waste a whole week. So auto posting is not your best interest, especially like I showed you earlier on Twitter. Don't auto post from one social network to the other. You're not going to be on it, just don't be on it. It doesn't look great. And people know, people absolutely know. It's okay if you're on Instagram and you post that to your Facebook, your personal one. That one's a little bit different. But don't do it the other way around. Don't do it every single time. When you post, don't post the same exact post everywhere. Don't go in and post, this good morning, beautiful Monday post and post it on every single social media network all in 10 minutes. Because if they're anybody like me, 1 minute I'm at the doctor's office and I'm on Facebook, but 30 minutes later I'm sitting in the grocery store line on Instagram. And if I see the same thing from you on every single network, I'm probably going to unfollow you. I don't need to see the same thing 10 times. So that's really, really big. It's really key not to share the same thing all the time on every single network. Slang, don't use slang. That should be self-explanatory, but don't, you don't have to use proper English and proper sentences and all that stuff, but, don't get into a lot of the slang and a lot of the things like that. It can turn a lot of people off. And again, you want to present yourself as professional, as motivating, as someone that they want to be like. Drama, no drama. I know it sounds self-explanatory, but no drama, especially when you're using your personal page. I don't care if somebody just cut you off in line. I don't care what happened. Don't get into the drama. I actually have an example. It sounds like it would be self-explanatory, but again, doing my Beachbody stalking. This is this chick with the tiara on her head that I thought she had a cute profile picture. I mean, look at that post. That's sick. Why? Don't put that on your page. I get that it's her personal profile, freedom of speech and all that, but you are trying to sell yourself and your business. Really don't get into any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, don't post that you have a headache. Maybe post, oh my gosh, I had a headache earlier, but I decided to suck it up and go walking for an hour and I feel so much better. Do something like that. Do something like, oh, I've been so tired lately, but I decided that, okay, this week I'm sticking to the gallon of water and it's made such a difference. Be real, like that junk food post that we saw earlier, but this is just all drama. This is just none of the drama. Nobody wants to see it. And remember that you're representing your business on all of your social media networks, especially you guys with your Beachbody. You are the coach, you're representing you. Here's an example of the slang that I was talking about. And again, this is a Beachbody person. It auto-posted from Twitter. You can see that right here. And this is what she posted. And she did it like this because it was Twitter. You only have 140 characters. So I know why she did it, but it looked like hell. So don't. You're representing your business. You want to hit that 5-star diamond. This is not going to get you there. Don't be too busy on your pages, your posts. This is a really, really great post. This specific post is fantastic, but her page is full of these. First of all, it's the It Works colors. So that's just, that's the direct sales side of me. But this, once in a while, is great. If you do collage after collage after collage with bright color after bright color, it's too much. It's too overwhelming. Post just this. And then in the afternoon, post just this. You know what I mean? Like, break it up. Don't be too busy. Don't ever trade or buy likes, ever. It gets you absolutely nowhere. I do have another example of, I'll find the example. If you trade likes, it doesn't get you anywhere. It absolutely does not get you anywhere. And people know that you've traded the likes, and I don't know where it's at right now. but people know that that's what you've done. People know that you've traded the likes, and it's just, there's just no sense in it. I don't know if I have it. I'll find it again and send it to you guys. You want true followers. You want true, okay, so you can go into Facebook and you can, I wish I had that example. I'm not sure where it's at. There are groups, Facebook groups, where you can go in and you can, it's like a trade swap. So you post your link, 50 people go and follow you, and then the next day they post their link. Those 50 people go in and follow that page the next day, so on and so forth. Well, yeah, you just gained 50 likes. That's fantastic. It looks great. But those are not genuine people. Those people do not care about your business. They don't care about what you're doing, what you're selling. So ultimately, they're bringing your numbers down. So don't participate in those like swap groups. By all means, send a message to your friends and ask your friends to like your page. Your friends are your biggest supporters. So by all means, ask your friends to do it, even if they don't necessarily care. But don't do the trade like Facebook. If you're going to boost a post or you're going to boost your page, make sure that you have it narrowed down to your actual audience. People that are actually, yes, like page. You can do it on almost anything. They have groups where you swap liking Twitter account feeds and groups where you swap liking Instagram feeds. So they're out there where you can do, and it looks great for your numbers, but it's a total waste of time and it does not help your business. Okay, so Angela, I don't know if you're still on here, but I'm going to call you out. Never apologize for not posting. In the 30-day group, I noticed that you apologize a lot for, oh, I'm sorry I didn't post last night. I'm sorry I didn't post last night. Don't apologize. You're busy. They don't, it doesn't really matter. And it just starts off on kind of a negative tone instead of being completely positive like you want to be. You want to be, the most positive person these people have ever come in contact with. And, don't apologize. You have a life. They know you have a life. Unless you promised that you were going to give something away and then 2 weeks later you didn't, something like that. But yeah, post when you can, but just always be positive. It makes a really big difference. Just being positive versus that starting off apologizing and with that negative tone, if that makes sense. Let's see. What else do we have? Okay. You want to review all of your sites. That's key. I know we're at 7:15. You want to review all of your sites weekly. Put it in your calendar, Sunday morning coffee, Friday night beer, I don't care what you're doing. Weekly, you need to be going through. You need to be, so that you're not like this woman with her 9 million posts that look just like this. You want to be inspirational. Like I said earlier, you want to touch different groups of people for different types of your business, people at different levels. So go through once a week and make sure that you are hitting all of those different levels, that you are being uplifting and motivating and things like that. Make a plan. Definitely make a plan. Don't just go in. No, you're fine, Angela. No, it wasn't on your personal page. It was just in the group. I just noticed it in the group. But I just, you just want to stay positive as much as possible. That's all. Not that you're not. And poor Angela, she's heard me do this spiel a few times, huh? But make a plan. Sit down and figure out what you want to accomplish that week and try to work towards that goal. It's the same thing. I'm sure you guys talk about goal setting all the time, but sit down and make a plan, because if you just go into social media willy-nilly, you're not really going to get the results. And then you're going to not see, you're not going to see any results. You're going to have a lot of time on social media, and then you're not going to see any results, so you'll get frustrated and give up. So make a plan for yourself. Best time to post, it just really depends. I mean, you guys will learn your clientele. There's the typical best times to post, but I don't go by those because, like, for me, they're not the best time. For me, business owners are on first thing in the morning when they're doing their posts for their pages. Maybe for you guys, you just have to feel out your clientele. Look at other people that are successful and look and see what times they post. I know, especially if you're trying to hit local Havasu people, the 1:30 range is really good because people are in their cars waiting to pick up their kids. So the 1:30 range, if you're Havasu, maybe you're trying to branch out to the East Coast. Maybe you're, trying to hit Utah area, so you do a time that's best for them. So it really just depends. You'll get to know, and that's again why you go back and you look once a week to see what's working and what's not. Hi, buddy. What's working, what's not working, and that'll kind of let you know. There's not a steadfast rule. Okay, does anybody else have any other questions? Anything? Do you guys want to unmute yourselves and ask the question?
Yeah, do you want to just do a kind of a quick Q&A with an open forum? Is that okay with you?
That's really good. Let's see.
Okay.
Now. Let's see. Go back to this. Turn my screen sharing off. There we go. Hold on. Let's see. Almost. Okay, everybody got muted.
Okay, so maybe you can can you hear me, Jessica?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you can touch on why, or here, I actually wrote something down here. I think, we're talking about all these different social media platforms, and we're building up all these followers, and something I'm not real familiar with, on Instagram. And my question always to my wife, when she's on there all the time, is how do you set up the call to action? What is the call to action to get somebody when we're talking about a challenge group, or we're talking about, anything? How are we setting up a call to action with these other? I think for the most part, people are familiar with Facebook. The majority of us are using Facebook profile page. And we know how to set up a call to action that way, or set up a message conversation. But on these other platforms, how are we setting up a call to action?
Well, so what is your goal? Is your goal to get them to join that 30-day group?
Well, that's the whole thing with all of this, with all the social media platforms. What is our goal, right? What is our goal? Our goal is to have a community of people, be a light to a community of people, right? But you can be a light to 1 million people, but if you're trying to grow your business, then what is the call to action to grow your business? You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So your first thing, especially if you're not on that media yet, is to just grow your network. And that's going to be your first thing, is you're not going to get necessarily you're not going to see a ton of results, a ton of coaches signing up underneath of you. You need to build that network first. You need to prove that you're good at what you do, that you're inspiring, that people want to join you. And then that's when you start posting, hey, we just started this 30-day challenge. In Instagram, you can change your bio link, and you can put the bio link to your 30-day group link, or to your
So can I put my Facebook challenge group page? Can I put a private, I open a private group, for example, a closed group. Can I take the link from that closed group and put it in an Instagram post?
Yes. Okay. And what you do is you go to your profile and you edit your profile, and then where it says website, you put the new website. So,
okay, so I can put whatever Facebook page, whatever Facebook page I'm on, and I want people to go see that. I can just put that into the website slot of Instagram.
Yep. And you say, and if you look back at that one that I showed you, it said, do you want my newsletter, or whatever it said. If you look at that post, and it says, it has the picture, but then inside the post, the verbiage says, hey, if you want to sign up, go to the link in my bio. And then people know to click on your bio and then click on that link.
Perfect.
And that's how you get them to go to wherever you want them to go. Maybe there's a new product, or maybe there's a new, but again, you have to build that clientele. The essential oils, it took months of, getting people to know she knows her shit to get people to want to go to get her newsletter. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. And find that like with different social media platforms, I mean, you could go like to Instagram and you can have all of these other coaches following you. And you're like, wow, look at all these followers I have, but that does zero good when you're trying to do a call to action.
Right, exactly.
Whereas Facebook, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think you could have 1,000 Beachbody coaches following you and liking your post, which is going to give you more, it's going to put you out there more for other people to see. Is it true or not true that if you get more likes, more people see your posts?
Yes, it is. Facebook is funny. Facebook is funny. Yes, more people will see it. Yes, that is true. Not necessarily the people that you want to see it are going to be seeing it. Does that make sense?
Sure.
If you have, your team of 30 coaches that are actually underneath of you, and every single one of them go in and like your post, those 30 people are sure to see your posts all the time. That doesn't mean that those 100 people that need to see your post, that need to join your group, that need that are going to see it.
No, not a specific market. Just if you're public, just anybody who is on Facebook.
But it's typically only the people that are actually interacting with you that see it.
Mm-hmm.
It does raise your number.
So the more people that like your posts consistently, more people then will see it as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Kind of, yeah. Another thing you can do, I don't know if you guys have products to give away. I don't know if you do that kind of thing or not. But you can go in and you can do, and if you look at Lacey's site, she's a really good example of, she goes in and she does a giveaway. So she's like, hey, tag 5 of your friends that aren't already using essential oils, and then I'll enter you into the contest. And she runs it for like a week. And she does that like once a month, once every couple of months. And that just, again, gets more people that aren't already essential oil users. So, hey, tag 3 of your friends that, or, hey, do me a favor, I'm trying to grow my network. Add 3 of my friends. Add 3 of your friends that you think are trying to lose weight. You just, to answer your question, it's trial and error. That's the big thing with social media, is it's totally trial and error. You might have a clientele, Andrea, that really, really likes the meal prep. Maybe that's your niche, and you kind of tend to attract that kind of clientele. Or maybe, Chris, maybe you tend to attract the people that are more interested in the weightlifting or the running so you'll figure it out. Where you want to try to hit everybody, you'll figure out your actual niche as time goes on. And that's why you want to go back and look at it and constantly look at it. And it changes. Your niche is going to change. It's just going to change. It's going to change as you change. It's going to change as the weather changes. Seasons change. It's always changing. That's why it's really important to stay on top of who's responding to what.
Okay.
I don't think you need to have your own hashtag. You can if you want to, but just something that's, a team hashtag would be very cool. If you guys had a team hashtag, that way it's more than just you using it. It's the whole team using it. Or if you have a lot of people that you're coaching, maybe your 30-day challenge groups, maybe you want to make a hashtag for them, like a specific hashtag for, not for that one group, but for all your 30-day challenge groups. That way they can all see it, and ask them to use that hashtag. If they take pictures, things like that. So you don't necessarily have to have your own personal one, but yeah, I think it's a great idea to, especially the group challenge, or, anybody that's doing the 21-day fix, come up with a catchy one for people that that are doing it.
Okay.
What else?
Does anybody else have any other questions, guys?
Yeah, so you had, I think before the call actually started, we had talked or touched on, or maybe if we did touch on it right when we started, maybe we'll touch on it again right now, because there's so much information, so many different platforms to use. But you had said that And it's funny that you had said this because I just was in a training with Summer, and she said the same exact thing, and then you came on and said it. And I was like, wow. But she had said that pick two, and get professional at those. So maybe you can touch on that a little bit of making a shaker.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, so this is what we talked about earlier. It's so super overwhelming. I don't know, what did I list? Like 10 different networks to be on. And the goal is to not post and run. The goal is to actually interact and have a relationship with people. Nobody wants a coach that's a one-night stand. They want a long-term, lifelong coach. So part of your thing is it's going to take some time, and you're going to want to see those results. So pick 2 social media networks. If you're, who was it that just started on Twitter? Jennifer, maybe? I don't know. I'm looking up.
Kelly.
Okay. Kelly, you just started on Twitter. Stay with Twitter. Work on Twitter. Give Twitter a month. When you see articles on Twitter, read those articles. If you have questions, you guys will have my contact information to ask me. But you've already started Twitter, so stay on Twitter. Instagram, honestly, LinkedIn is the easiest one to build, and you can build it in one afternoon, and then you can just 10 minutes a day on it. So I would definitely do the LinkedIn because that's an easy weekend, and then just carve out 10 minutes. Instagram is super easy. Instagram is probably one of the most user-friendly social media networks. Because like I said, you post your picture and then you do some searches. So that's probably the easiest one. But pick two and get good at them. Get a following, build your brand, show people that you know what you're talking about, that you are inspirational, that you do respond when they ask a question, or there's nothing worse than if somebody asks a question and you don't respond. Be there on, to not including Facebook. Or if you're okay on Facebook, ramp up your Facebook. Make that one of them. Really reach out there and get more followers, get more people that are inspired by you, ask more questions, get more interaction. Not sure what means. Sorry. Oh, no, I scrolled up. Never mind. What else? Anybody else have questions?
I don't know. I think.
So I'm sure we'll have a ton of questions as soon as we end the call.
Yeah, right. But yeah, just focus on 1 or 2. And I'm here. I'm gonna get Andrew's gonna get me everybody's email address. I'm gonna get you guys my information. I don't answer my phone because I usually have 2 crazy kids running around. But text me or message me, Facebook me. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Like I said, I did the direct sales for a long time. I'm really passionate about it, and you can be successful, and you can reach out beyond Havasu. Like, that's key. You're not going to grow to where you want to grow until you reach out of Havasu, and that's what this is going to let you do.
Yeah. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
Richard just asked you a question.
No, I don't.
Oh.
Richard, you're a married man. Come on.
I think he's asking for her.
I think so. No, my daughter picked up some of the products and was walking around with it, so we stopped that business. Yeah.
It's always an interesting conversation.
Yeah, it was something.
I'm going to hop off and do my workout. Thank you so much, Jessica,
You're welcome.
for this. This was really cool. I got a lot of great notes, great information, and I know what I'm tackling here in the next couple of days.
Awesome. Thank you.
And
Thank you
guys,
much.
for the rest of you, Jessica's agreed to record this and to post it until Monday, so that for the people who weren't able to jump on, they can listen to it, and then we'll get rid of it on Monday. That way people have time to listen to it. Right, Jess?
That's right.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. I'll be calling you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, sounds perfect.
Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Talk to you later.
Bye. Oh, look
Bye,
at
guys.
this. Bye.
Hold on.
Hi. Hi, Kiana. Oh, they left. Oh, bye, guys. Bye now. Bye.
Bye.